Narendra Modi is chairing the first meeting of the Governing Council of the National Institute for Transforming India, or the NITI Aayog. This is the first meeting of the newly constituted panel attended by chief ministers. It is reported that Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the meet has sought the chief minister's opinion on the upcoming union budget, flagship schemes and infrastructure projects to put economy on a high growth trajectory. Discussions are also being held on the stalled infrastructure projects, especially rail and highways. An earlier meet with economists had highlighted agriculture as a core concern area. Most importantly, this meeting is expected to spell out the new equations between the centre and the state governments in sharing of resources, particularly tax revenue. The government, remember, set up NITI Aayog on the 1st of January to replace the 65-year-old Planning Commission. And interestingly, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee is the only Chief Minister today not attending the NITI Aayog meet. Meanwhile, news coming in is that Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav has suggested and rather demanded flexible projects as per state government requirements and setting up of a committee of centre and state representatives to look into it. Akhilesh has also demanded that 90% of the central plans and projects should be funded by the central government. Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu is now joining us with more details. Kamal, most of the chief ministers have now started speaking, but conspicuous by her absence is Mamata Banerjee. Was her reservation against the setting up of NITI Aayog, or was it more political in nature?
Well, Maha, at this point of time, NITI Aayog's Governing Council meeting is very much on. The chief ministers and the governors do get their turn to speak. But very importantly, what is going to be important for the states is the sort of revenue that they would want to share with the centre. Now, what we know is that Akhilesh government has demanded anywhere from 50% to 90% of central government projects be funded by the central government itself. They don't want to have much of the share of the revenue. But in that sense, we also know that there are other state governments who would be putting up a similar demand. It's going to be a major challenge. Remember, 10 mega projects. These are pet projects of Narendra Modi, which will be put up for consideration. These include Swachh Bharat, Make in India, Digital India, Dhan Jan Yojana. So many of these projects will be discussed, but obviously the burden sharing, the tax revenue, the sort of concession, and obviously they would also want that there should be a certain representation from the state itself. Yes, Mamata Banerjee definitely not in this particular NITI Aayog meet, but this is not the first time she's inconspicuous by her absence. She's not been there earlier also, but this is obviously a clear strategy spelled out by TMC that they don't want to be part of the development and agenda of Narendra Modi. They have their own in mind.
All right, Kamaljeet Kaur Sandhu, many thanks for getting us details about the NITI Aayog meeting going on in the national capital at 7 RCR.